Thank you, Ben. Well, it's been quite the morning of contrasts actually across the UK. So we've seen plenty of low grey, asperities clouds across the central belt of Scotland, some outbreaks of rain here too. But further east for eastern England, well, blue sky and sunshine, as you can see from our weather watcher picture here from stunning Kent. But even here, the clouds will increase as we head through the afternoon, and there'll also be some possibly outbreaks of light patchy rain.
Good afternoon. We've seen plenty of sunshine today, or at least we have seen plenty of sunshine. It is giving way to more cloud this afternoon, but this was earlier on. Central London, not a cloud in the sky at St Paul's Cathedral from weather watcher Nicholas, but the cloud has been edging in from the west. This was Surbiton from weather watcher Surbiton Sue. Rather overcast conditions, and that's going to continue into the afternoon.
Hello there, good evening. After a fine start to the day, we saw a lot more cloud building and a few outbreaks of rain. We might see one or two extra of those during the next few days. Hopefully some sunshine in between, but it is going to feel rather warm, even hot in places, and rather humid and sticky. It's
back down to earth with the weather, and actually very close to the ground at the moment. We've got some rather murky conditions that have been developing off the coast of the southwest, for example. That was how it looked imbued earlier on. That mist and murk comes courtesy of some really humid air that we'll feel the effects of tomorrow. Very warm, very humid, a few showers around.
With the new rugby season getting fully underway, players, especially in the game's lower reaches, are finding the effects of drought can be somewhat painful. Becky Mantin is at a rugby club in Milton Keynes for us this evening. Becky, I can imagine being tackled to the floor on very dry ground wouldn't be particularly comfortable.
Not particularly comfortable, nor particularly desirable, I think you would have to say. Despite my personal levels of cushioning, I think I'd need at least 4 or 5 inches of very soft mud to even consider it. And not that that is an option for the players here at Onley Rugby Club this season. Like so many clubs across the south of England, the weather has taken its toll on the pitches in one of the driest summers on record. And it's not just the lack of rain, of course. It was nearly 40 degrees here recently. Sunshine is up over 10%. Basically, the ground has been baked as hard as concrete. So with that in mind, and with the level of impact with the ground that this lovely game has, of course, pre-season has had to look a little bit different this year.
For us, you know, we haven't been able to, like I say, we haven't been able to scrummage, which is a vital safety part and a vital part of the game. We haven't done anything around the tackle preparation. Now, as I said, you don't need to do tackling to work on your defence, but you do to prepare players for the game, just for their own safety and their own mental sort of state. I think that's probably the important bit around doing contact.
So definitely the players are hoping for some rain, but is there any in the forecast? Let's have a little look. So let's have a look ahead to the next few days then. There is some rain around, but it stays mostly across those northwestern areas, drier elsewhere and warm and humid, and actually increasingly hot for some by the time we get to the middle of the week. So despite the lack of rain, the excitement definitely is building ahead of the next rugby season. I would like to point out that I am available for playing. My husband informs me that I would be a perfect prop. I've no idea what that means, but I'm tempted to think it's an insult. Back to you.
Definitely not. Becky, thank you.
I've had quite a bit of sunshine, at least first thing this morning. We did lose it, however, as we headed further through the day. You can see here, this was just around lunchtime, just little hints of blue sky, but that cloud has been piling in behind it, and it's been fairly thick as well, as you can see here in Ham.